So that was a fun one. And honestly, that I don't know how I edited this yet, but I'll repeat it if I already said it. I don't think I've said it yet, but I saw those videos from Eric. You know, they're what 20 weeks old or whatever when I screenshotted this. Um, and it did. It looked like fun. And also somebody said, you know, could he out OHP a prime version of me? And no, the answer is no, not yet. You know, maybe he can in due time. I wouldn't put it past him. You know, I did 350 strict, so that's still I don't think he's done that yet. I know he's up there, and I did it very strict. That said, you know, I saw these, and it I wanted to do them. Now, Eric recently made a video, and I don't think of, or he said in a video recently. There's so many videos and so much shit in my head. You know, but he was talking about the competitive nature of lifting and like when he's going and collabing with people, be it, you know, Juji or whoever. Um, you know, there's this sense of competition, and it's not like malicious or anything. But you know, when you're training with the homeboys or you know somebody, you want to outdo them. If they do fucking a set of 10, you want to do a set of 12. If they do 315, you want to do 335 or something like that. That's competitive nature. That's one of the biggest benefits of training with a crew, is that competitive environment. That, you know, programming, fuck all that shit out the window. You're in a competitive environment, your adaptations are going to multiply quickly. Um, and this both of those videos, that comment, it all had me, you know, got my juices going. So I ordered a pair of bands, and I have been training for this lift. Um, Now he did one with a belt, and it looked to be a little bit of a cleaner rep, and he did one beltless. So I wanted to do it beltless, and you know, it was a little iffy if we're up there at the top. Um, but I wanted to do 275. I wanted to do 225 straight weight and 50 on the bands, like his were, and that's something I've been working on. And you know, lo and behold, today I hit it, and you know, I was I was pleased with myself, to say the least. Um, so yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I felt inspired. Thank you, Eric, for putting that video out there. I don't know why that one made, you know, I do like pressing. I prefer bench over OHP, but nonetheless, it looked like a fun challenge. And where I saw the could Prime Freaky D, fuck Prime Freaky D, what about right now? This is now me. Now me. Same, right? Um, and if we're, you know, calling spades spades, I think I was a little more under control. I wouldn't put it past Eric to put, you know, 20 more pounds on that lift or something and then come back at it. And that's what, you know, I'm here for it. I would love to see it. So I also, in celebration, whatever, honor of this video, let's talk about the egg video. I've teased it several times. I was gonna kind of use it as a way to get, you know, channel members. I do have channel memberships. We're being honest, like I appreciate like the 4 or 5. I don't know how many members I have right now. There's not many, and I neglect the fuck out of that section of YouTube. They do get most of the videos earlier. Like I will upload them there first. Most videos. And there's a couple videos that are members only, but man, like I neglect the fuck out of that. So, you know, salute to those that are there. And sorry for not being better. If you want to sign up, by all means. If not, I don't, you know, it's there. But anyway, I will link the egg video in the comment section. And I'm going to story time a little bit about it. So, you know, that competitive spirit and stuff has always been there. I was a little more asshole-ish back in the day. I can admit my faults. And, you know, YouTube drama was all the hubbub and, you know, calling people out and shit. And I was watching one of Eric's videos, and he drank like was it a dozen? 10 or a dozen raw eggs. And I commented on the video about the bioavailability of the protein, like because he was talking about how it's easy to get in the protein. I'm like, well, like the bioavailability ain't really there with the raw eggs. He didn't answer me directly, but his next video, he was making fun of the bioavailability and the what he does now to pencil necks. And he mentioned that drinking a dozen eggs was much more sustainable than eating a dozen eggs. And so I made a video response to that, of me sitting down and talking to the camera and eating a dozen eggs. I think it took me like 4 minutes. Uh, the video's there. I haven't even watched the video in a long time. But the whole reason the video went away. So again, this was back right before he went WWE, and so this is I never told anybody about this back then. I reached out to Eric recently, semi-recently. It's probably not recently now. Like I'm not going to show our DMs or anything because that's not really something I do. But I asked him if I could re-upload or make the video public again. But he never responded to me. I'm sure he gets like hundreds of fucking DMs a day. So for mine to get lost in the sauce, no big deal. But anyway, back then, that was before he announced like the WWE thing and all that stuff. But he hit me up. He DM'd me and said, "Hey man, do you mind taking down that video?" Because I think I had like footage of him cursing in it. And WWE was all like PG and stuff and didn't want stuff like that on the internet. And he said, I'm signing with WWE and they don't want that. And yeah, I was like, cool, it's no big deal. Like, even is deep into like the YouTube dramas and shit and the 2017, 2018, 2016 era, Freaky D was a dickhead. It was persona. I've said a million times, like, that me on here is not reflective 100% of me as a person. It's more like an extension, a caricature. Like, it's me, but magnified and multiplied outward. But anyway, when it comes to like somebody's job and providing for their family and shit like that, of course I'm gonna take the fucking video down when he asked me to. It was one of my better performing videos at the time. But again, this isn't my living. Even if it was my living, I still I would have gladly taken that video down for him. Because I wouldn't want to jeopardize a huge opportunity like that for somebody. Because I got a couple little ha-has and 1,000 views on a fucking video, that potentially, if it got seen elsewhere, would jeopardize his ability to make money. So that's why I ended up making that video private. He very nicely asked, "Hey, can you just take that video down? Because they don't want to see me cursing." And yeah, no fucking problem. So that's why that video, and I've got it unlisted for you guys to see. Like I said, I asked him if I could publish it again. I don't think it would be a big deal if I did again, but since he's not with WWE anymore. But I never really got his word from it. So for now, I just unlisted. You guys can see it. I think it'll be all right. If you asked me to take it down again or make it private, I would gladly do it again, all over again. But yeah, that's the story of why of the egg video. A couple of the OGs know about, that's been talked about here before. But that's the lore, and again, that's why I took it down. I never told anybody why I took it down or anything like that. But it was for him professionally, going on to do big things. And even if it wasn't even beef, it was just a couple of funny videos back and forth. But like seeing one of us, that's what it felt like, seeing one of us, one of our circle of YouTube make it. I'm trying to remember how big his channel was at the time. It's not nearly as big as it is now. It's still probably considered a small channel. But I think he was up in like the 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50,000s of subscribers at the time, maybe. But it, like when he wiped all his videos, and all that shit, that's that's the egg video lore, and I'm just rambling now. So, peace.